Good day to all of you. Today we will perform mobility skills. Now, what is mobility skills? Mobility skills refers to your ability to move your joints smoothly and efficiently through their full range of motion. It's about how well your body can bend, twist, stretch, and rotate without stiffness or pain. Mobility involves both flexibility and strength. Flexibility, how much your muscles can stretch, and strength, how will your muscles support and control movement. Mobility skills also includes joints like the ankle, hip, T-spine, and shoulder, and all important for daily movement and exercises. Start in a quadruped position, feet in a plantar position. Feet in dorsiflexion position as the movement of hips started. Keep your spine neutral and engage your core. Start the hip circle by lifting the right or left knee outward or inward movement. This exercise intends to challenge the hip at its end ranges. The end range of motion is commonly the weakest area. This helps us to strengthen this region and also helps to keep our hips joints healthy through all ranges of motion. Get into a quadruped position with the knees under the hips and the hands under the shoulders with the spine in a neutral position. For the first position, place one hand on the upper back or back of the neck. Do not pull down or put pressure on the neck with your hand. Begin to rotate with the eyes, head, and shoulder as far as possible, down toward the hand. Then reverse the motion leading with the eyes, head, and the shoulder, rotating upwards as far as possible. Maintain the position of the opposite arm with the elbow extended while moving in both directions and keep the lumbar, thoracic, and cervical aligned during a rotation. For the second position, change the hand position and place it on the low back with the palm facing up. Repeat the exercise with the hand in this position. Bring the hand back to the start position under the shoulder, returning to the full push-up position after the exercise. This exercise increases T-spine mobility with minimal low back involvement. Rotation through the thoracic spine facilitates both stability of the cervical spine and cranium along with the optimal function of the lumbar spine. From full plank position, bend your right knee and bring that leg forward as if you were going to step into a lunge. Instead of placing your foot down as you move for a lunge, bring your right knee to the floor on the outside of your right hand. The right shin may angle back towards the left hip or be more parallel to the front of your mat depending on your range of motion. Release your left knee to your mat. Your left leg should be flat on the floor. If you feel stable, bring your torso down into a forward bend over your right leg. Keep hips square and weight balance equally on both sides as best as you can. If this feels too intense, place a blanket under the hip or back knee. Reach your forehead towards the floor. Continue squaring your hips and breathing into any tightness. Come back up, bringing your hands in line with your hips. To release, curl your left toes under the step back. Repeat the pose on the other side. Pigeon stretch. Specifically work as a hip opener and forward bend, stretching your thighs, groin, back, piriformis, and psoas. It is a good antidote to sitting for long periods. It prepares you for seated postures and back bend. Assume a standard push-up position. Drive your right knee up to your right shoulder and place your right foot outside of your right hand. Make sure your foot is flat on the ground. Drive your hips forward and maintain this position for a good 5 seconds. Your left knee should touch the ground. Repeat on the other side and alternate left, right between each rep. The spider stretching exercise is an amazing one to include in your warm-up routine. It helps your hamstring, quad, and hip flexor muscles lengthen and will allow you a wider mobility range, which will, in turn, help you with your form and prevent groin injuries while working out. Start with your feet slightly wider than hip width apart. Keep your chest up, engage your abdominal, and shift your weight onto your heels as you push your hips back into a sitting position. Lower your hips until your thighs are parallel or almost parallel to the floor. You should feel the squat in your thighs and gluteus. Pose with your knees over but not beyond your toes. Exhale and push back up to the starting position. The squat is a dynamic strength training exercise that requires several muscles in your upper and lower body to work together simultaneously. Start in standing position, arms in waist. Forward foot left or right, flex left knee in front and left knee behind in flexion position. Lower your hips until your thighs are parallel or almost parallel to the floor. You should feel the squat in your thighs and glutes. The splits are one of the most demanding exercises to learn. There are several advanced versions of the splits, but most people start with one of two types. Extend foot left or right sideward, flex right knee sideways and left knee in the other side, diagonally extension, hands in waist. Lower your hips until your thighs are parallel or almost parallel to the floor. You should feel the squat in your thighs and glutes. Keep your spine neutral and engage your core. Focusing on stretching and strengthening the hip flexors, adductors, glutes, hamstring, and groin muscle will help you prepare for doing the splits. Lift the knee as high as you can without rounding the lower back. Keep the knee up and move the knee to the outside. Keep the knee there and rotate the hip inwards. The foot comes up to the inline with the knee. Try not to hike the pelvis up during this point in the exercise. Keep the leg up and bring it back behind you. Try not to overarch the back at this point in the exercise. Return to the start, and this can also perform in the reverse order. This exercise is part of a type of exercise called controlled articular rotations. The exercise intends to challenge the hip at end ranges. The end range of motion is commonly the weakest area. This helps us to strengthen this region and also helps to keep our hips joint healthy through all ranges of motion.